Today's Cosplay Con Talk episode is sponsored by Moco Queen Color Contacts. Don't forget to use my code Wayne for 10% off at checkout at mocoqueen.com. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. How's it, everyone? Wayne Known here, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Con Talk, where we basically discuss everything pertaining to the cosplay community and conventions. I'm once again joined by Creepy Momma 666, who about 4 years ago came on here for their first cosplayer interview along with Medium Human, and then was on for a podcast panel we did a while back talking about getting into cosplay for the first time. This is basically an update of how their cosplay and convention journey has been since then. Now I know I can't remember how long you've been cosplaying for the last time we talked, but since then, since we did this back in 2022, how long have you been cosplaying for now?
Technically 24 years.
That's a long time.
I started when I was 16 and I just turned 40 in December.
Well, happy late birthday.
Thank you.
So, how's the cosplaying on conventions been since you were last on here when you had your first interview?
Well, I will be honest, I went through a little area where I really wasn't feeling cosplay. There were a lot of factors that were kind of killing it for me, but I've since, gotten back into it. I've kind of overcome that mental health aspect, and I've added quite a few cosplays to my list since then.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, before we get into that, we're just going to go to a quick recap. Since you've been cosplaying for 24 years, what's it been like now, being almost cosplaying for almost 30 years?
It's been wild. To see the community change the way that it has, to see how it's grown, to see how anime has just become a norm instead of something that you hid like you were a troll from under a bridge and nobody had to know that you actually watched that stuff. It's more mainstream, and I love seeing more cosplayers, younger cosplayers, who are doing insane builds. I actually saw one at PAX. They did one of the critters from Poppy's Playtime, and it was their
Oh,
first build.
one of the not smiley
Yes,
friends. I
it
can't remember
was
what
so
their
cute.
one of the
Like,
smiley critters, I think it was called. I
yes,
haven't I've seen the gameplay for Puppy Playtime, and I've seen an immense influx of people cosplaying from Puppy Playtime. I've yet to see any prototype, but I've seen someone recently do, and they did a really good job. They did Lily Love braids, and they even made the little cat thing they have with them.
that is so cool. Actually, that's Medium Human's next cosplay build is
Lily
Lily
Love braids.
Lovebirds.
Do they plan on also doing, or do you plan on doing Miss Gracie Green then?
No, but I do cosplay Miss Delight.
Oh, I've seen that, and you have what was the name of their bat? I can't remember the
Oh,
name of
their
it.
little spiked ball is actually right over there. Her name is Barb.
Still, like, God, I remember when chapter 3 that came out, and I remember seeing that, and it just like scared the crap out of me. I haven't
You
played
know
Beyond.
what's really funny?
Huh.
I've never played the game. I have seen the most minimal gameplay, I think, in total 5 minutes. I know everything about Miss Delight because the kids told me. I just
And,
happened to see the character and loved her.
I mean, and this brings me to a next question. I don't think I asked the last time because it's one I've been recently asking. Do you think if someone's going to cosplay as someone, they should at least do a little bit of research? No, like not like do full extensive research, but if they want to get an idea about the character in case someone comes up to them and asks them or something, then like yeah, they'll have some kind of knowledge. Like for you
I
example
mean,
with Miss Delight from Poppy
yeah.
Playtime Chapter 3.
So I think you should have like at least basic knowledge. Good guy, bad guy, what their kind of like role is, I guess, if they're like main character, background character, support character, like something, just know at least a little bit of the character. Like I said, I know what I know from the kids. Excuse me. And I loved her just seeing her, but getting to know some of her lore and her backstory, I loved her even more, especially considering she's basically a weeping angel.
Oh God, yeah, she is. Especially when they showed the clip of the Hour of Joy. Like I felt bad for that one human. It's just basically all they were all just going after the game for like I will say this. It's a game meant for kids. No.
I mean, Tiny Human has beat all four of them, so
Oh, I mean, then Chapter 5 just recently came out.
sorry, he didn't do five. He has beat the first four.
Yeah, Chapter 5, and then like got who knows 'cause the way. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I could just say for a thing that chapter there's could definitely be another chapter the way that the way this recent one ended.
Yeah, Medium Human told me that this was supposed to be the final one, but the way that um
Well, that's what even the developers were hinting at, but I think once they realized, oh, never mind,
popularity.
we're gonna milk this as long as we can. I have a theory that they're doing a whole seven circles of hell type thing
Oh
with this
God.
series.
Well, I
So
can't wait to see the next character I get attached to and want to cosplay.
I mean, after seeing people do huggy, kissy, uh, I don't think I've seen any cat. I've seen the smiley critters or whatever they're called. Sorry for anyone who's watching this who's a fan of the series.
Tiny Human does Killy Willy,
Who's Killy?
the black one. Like he has black fur versus Huggy Wuggy who has blue fur, and then Kissy Missy has pink fur. See, I know some details.
Killy Willy. I'm gonna have to look. Oh, that's from must be from a fan made game or I don't know. I'm not like I said I'm not familiar
It's
with
okay.
it.
I could not tell you which game it's from. I just know that that's the one that he cosplays.
And speaking of tiny and medium human, what's their cosplay journey been like since, now that, medium human is now a tiny human is now a teenager
Ugh.
and medium human's like gotten much older now. How's their cosplay, how's their cosplay and convention journey been?
Well, Medium Human, they're kind of like in and out of cosplay right now. They've hit their I really want to go to concerts era, but they still do cosplay. Like I said, their next one that they want to do is Lily Love Braids. Tiny Human had a growth spurt. He grew 8 inches in 8 months.
I saw how like
Yeah.
he's almost as tall as
Oh no, he
almost
is
as
officially taller than me, and I hate every bit of it.
God, yeah, because
It's
because that was like what 4 years ago, so he was like 9 when
yeah.
we first did this.
Yep, he just turned 13 this month,
God, that's hard to
actually.
believe that your first dinner was four
I
years ago.
know.
That
Well,
like
Medium
what?
Human was 16 at the time, and they're 15 turning 16. No, in November they were 16. They're turning 20 in
That
July.
is crazy that they're getting so much older now. Like the last
Yeah,
time, because I know Tiny Human did make an appearance, but I know Medium Human was on with you.
yeah. Tiny
Uh,
Human is starting to want to be seen a little bit more. I recently did a video where I was doing showcasing a Mayron palette, which was really cool. And Tiny sat in to let me paint his face for that. So he's getting a little better with it. He wants to have his own channel, but I'm like, you're still a little young. You
I
don't
mean, I
understand.
know Medium Human I know
They
they
have
have their
their own,
channel.
yeah.
TikTok I saw and everything.
They have their own thing. The big thing that they're doing is clown. So anybody who's has a fear of clowns, don't go to their page. Um,
If you have color phobia, don't.
Yeah, don't do it. And stay off of mine in October. I sorry, not sorry. We are professional evil clowns. They do that with me now, and I actually went back to haunting myself.
Oh, nice. Have you
I have
considered, speaking of clowns, have you considered doing any of the clowns from Killer Clowns from Outer Space yet?
I have thought about it, considering I do have a couple of their weapons back there. I have thought about it, and if I were to do any of them, I'm not gonna lie, I would do one of the two girl clowns.
I can't remember their names, but
One of them is Rosebud. Medium Human knows both their names, and I always blank on the second one, but one is Rosebud. But yeah, the two girl clowns in the ball pit with the Terenzi brother. I would do one of them.
God, that
Yeah.
scene.
Are you
Uh,
Debbie's roommates? Yeah, no. I could quote
Um,
that whole movie.
Speaking of, you've definitely done a lot more body paint based cosplays. I know you did the zombie hippie from Lollipop Chainsaw. I can't remember the actual
Yes,
name, but
Mariska.
I'm just pretty yeah. So like I've been following your Instagram and TikTok, and I've seen you doing a lot. Definitely doing a lot more body painting with Mr. Light, Mariska from what's making you want to do more body paint stuff now?
It's been a long time since I've done body paint, and the one that inspired me to get back into doing it is my Rotten Penny from Fortnite. She's the only curvy character that in Fortnite, and even though I have lost quite a bit of weight, I'm still going to cosplay her because I love her. I always did male characters, and within my mental health challenges, I put on some weight, and that was part of why I didn't like cosplay. So Rotten Penny kind of gave me that, oh, wait, I can do this and still it's part of the character. Like it's what she looks like. And she got me into wanting to do body paint again. And then Mariska was completely literally like a couple days prior. Medium Human was doing Juliet, and they were like, would you do one of the bad guys? And I was like, which one? And of course, Mariska is voiced by Shawnee Smith, who is Amanda in the Saw movies, and I absolutely love her. So I
Real,
was like,
that's
you know
very
what?
fitting.
I was like, just
And
because she voices her.
for anyone who knows what Rotten Pity that like now, did you just do the face and did you just wear like the green skin tight suit?
Well, I was originally going to do more than just the face, but I would then have to paint on her wounds, on her abdomen. She has some on her back. So I did end up going with a bodysuit for all of that. It was time saving.
Well, I mean, I feel like, and this is an example, speaking of adding on to this question, do you think if someone doesn't want it, because I know not everyone wants to fully paint their body, because one, it will get everywhere. Two, there's a chance that if like you're out in the rain, it will, you know, do you think someone could like resort to a bodysuit if they really wanted to save
Oh,
on time?
absolutely. Absolutely. That was something me and Medium Human talked about, where at one point they were like, I might bring Lapis Lazuli back. And we had a whole design for the water wings, and they were like, but I'm doing a bodysuit this time. And I was like, oh, thank God, because I'm the one that painted you every time.
I mean, the website We Love Colors now has like full on bodysuits that, how most bodysuits down on the feet don't show like the toes or everything. They now
Yeah.
have it to where like they show the toes if you wanted to do any type of
Ooh,
character. And that's
like
what I
Lapis
saw
Lazuli. La-
exactly
yeah.
like Lapis from Steven Universe. I
Hmm.
think I have to double check on that, but yeah, they have
Yes.
full on bodysuits now where it like shows the toes because
Awesome.
they think, there's a lot of characters out there that,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, for sure. There are a lot more characters than you realize who are barefoot. One of the ones that I do, the nurse from Dead by Daylight, is technically barefoot, but I wear ballet slippers.
I'm still curious on how they're going to try to turn that into a movie.
What
What?
are they turning into a movie? Oh God.
Apparently there's talks about how they want to turn Dead by Daylight into a movie.
So do you know like how they got like the entity? And there's a whole backstory to
Yeah, they're
prior.
they're 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 going to show like the original hunters, not
Yep,
like the special ones they did. I'm
that
like
makes sense.
I've noticed there's an influx in horror movie related. They
Oh yeah.
did the one about the cabin. I can't remember the name of
Wait, which one?
like the it was a horror video game about the cabin.
Oh yes. Oh my fucking God, Jesus.
I can't remember the name of it.
Evil Dead. There we go. Yes, Ash.
Not
Oh,
Evil
okay.
Dead.
So I was gonna say Ash
Horror.
is one of the survivors. Mr. Ashley Williams is in there.
No, not that one. Which one is it? Not the Quarry.
Oh, Medium Human loves that game.
Yeah, Until Dawn. They did the Until Dawn movie,
Yes, I heard about that.
which
And
apparently is a prequel to the first game somehow. I don't know how.
Okay, that explains how they did because that's a multi-choice, like you have different pathways video game.
Just like the chorus from like these studios are
Yeah.
getting into it, for anyone lost it, we talk about nerd stuff too on this series. But yeah, they're like a lot of these studios are like, hey, let's let's do this. Oh, hey, next month or I think in June they're coming out with the Backrooms movie,
Yeah, Tiny Human is excited about that one.
which I'm like, I've never really played the game or
I can
seen any
under
like lore about it, but like
seeing
for
seeing gameplay from Tiny, I can see that. I can see a Backrooms movie.
yeah. But onto the topic about body
Yes.
paint and skin suits. Um, what kind of advice would you want to give someone who wants to probably get into body paint, where either just the face or even light makeup? Because I know we're going to delve more into this when we do a podcast panel about wig and makeup styling.
So, number one, always do a swatch test because no matter what it is, like I'm a big advocate for Mayron, but another one that I
I mean,
use
good
later on.
brand.
Hmm?
I've used Mayron before, and it's a really good brand.
It is. Another one that I've gotten into recently is Sunset Makeup. Sunset Makeup is the one that I use for my green, and it's really cool. P.S. The purple stains, just as an FYI, it's great. It's wonderfully pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. The purple does stain, but everything else comes off really easily. I've never had a problem with the green staining. I love it, but always do a swatch test because you never know how your skin's going to react, and if you put that all over your face
You could like
and
break
you break,
out.
yeah. So always do a swatch test. That's my big one that I tell people. Shop around, check reviews, because just because it's a well-known product doesn't mean it's going to work for what you need it for.
No, agree, agree. Same can be said for contact lenses as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And now someone who, as your such self, has facial piercings, do you like how do you get your body paint around your facial piercings? And also for anyone who wants to not remove their body piercings when they have face paint.
To be 1,000% honest, I don't. Uh, I will either paint right over them, or if it's something that doesn't involve like face paint, like Aizawa, Shigaraki. Oh no, they have piercings. They'll usually have piercings. I will try and put like smaller ones in so they're less noticeable, and I'll like do a septum that I can flip up. But no, for the most part, I won't take them out.
Is it easy to try to like get around them when you're painting or like the washing off and everything?
Yeah, I mean, if you've had them for a while, it doesn't matter. The my fangs up top are still my angel fangs are still a little bit new. Uh, well, they're still in like that year healing process. So this one hates life. It will just randomly just be like, nope, we're gonna hurt for no reason. So that's fun. I have to be a little more delicate. It gets caught on everything.
I
So yeah,
imagine.
no. Depending on where you are in the healing process, oh, you can just bam right over that and not even care.
Oh, and I don't think this is a question I don't think I've ever asked before about body paint. Body paint removal. I know some people like have different methods. What is the method you do when you're removing body paint?
So when I'm removing body paint, I will do the bulk of it, like just take the cosplay off, do the bulk of it, like uh, washcloth in the sink, try and get the majority of it off, and then hop in the shower. Because I've tried to like just jump in the shower and wash it off. You miss 50% of it.
I mean, can confirm I with doing even like I did it with once white with white face paint with Joker. I mean, I still like got out of the shower and I still see like white spots here and there. Or when I did Simon from Adventure Time, I
Ev-
see like blue things here and there.
yeah, when I first started doing Harley Quinn, I did not wipe her makeup off. I just jump in the shower, and I'd get out and I'd basically still have her full mask. I'm like, oh well, that didn't work.
Oh yeah, because some people will just paint the mask on instead of like wear an actual
Yeah,
mask.
I've tried to wear the mask. Like I've tried to adhere it, the elastic band, everything. No, I'd rather just paint it on.
Fair. Now onto some convention stuff. How many conventions have you, well, if you can remember prior, since this, how many conventions have you gone to and what's been some of your favorites that you've been to
So
recently?
recently, I actually came from one today.
Oh, that's right. I
Um,
remember you were telling me
yeah.
that.
So Pine State Fan Expo, which was originally Maine Comic and Toy Convention. Uh, I actually went their very first year where they literally had it inside a mall, and you walked into the different empty stores that had the celebrities or vendors in it, and it was wild. It was so insane. But they did what they had to do, and they've slowly grown it and built it up, and it's pretty
I
awesome.
mean,
It's
personally, I think Empty Mall should just turn into a convention center, in my personal opinion.
honestly, it was really cool, and it was really nice to like. They had like horror people in one area, one store, and then they had like comedy in another or anime in a different. It. I kind of liked the way it was laid out. It was really fun. That was uh that was in Maine, but that was the year that we met twice from My Hero, and now his still to this day, by the way, his profile picture on Twitter is him in Tiny Human. I love.
Nice. But no, I honestly, I think, empty like these big empty buildings, you can easily turn like,
Yeah,
I've heard
I
an
mean,
influx of malls turning into, you know,
yeah, it was really cool. Like I thought it was gonna be like I thought it was gonna suck because I was thinking basically when you think of a dead mall and there's nothing in those stores, but because they had it in those empty stores, it was actually really cool. I found things a whole lot easier. I'm not gonna lie.
oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, imagine it's when you go to like when you go to have you been to C2E2 before?
I haven't. That's on my bucket list. I really want to go to that.
But I know of you tiny human medium human been to much bigger cons where you're like in the vendors hall and you're literally almost shoulder to shoulder trying to get through a giant ass crowd of people.
Yeah, that Boston Fan Expo and Rhode Island Comic Con. Those are the two. Rhode Island Comic Con being the biggest. It's actually two buildings. It is a hockey arena and a
I
convention center.
think I've seen pictures, yeah.
It's
Well,
massive.
I've heard those like big ones can definitely be.
Oh, I booked my hotel room in January and it's in November.
I mean, that's honestly that's smart. This actually brings me to the next question. Travel. What has traveling to more cons been like for you and the family?
It's been interesting. We definitely learned some stuff. Last year we got stranded in Pennsylvania because my van decided it didn't want to start.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was fun. We finally got it started. It was the starter. We could not turn it off until I got home. That was awful. But traveling has been pretty cool, but you realize how much you actually need for cosplays when you travel. Thank God I have a minivan.
Oh no, minivans are like I think any type of like, you know, six-seater vehicle where you can just push the back of like the back seats down and you can fit
Oh
everything.
yeah,
Because I know not that just your cosplays, medium humans, tiny humans, but it's also your props. Because I know you like to bring a lot of big props, like with Penny, Rotten Penny, with her big hobby horse type weapon.
hold that thought for 2 seconds. It's actually called a pickaxe. Oh God, I'm hearing you. Ah, it's okay. I'm fine. Sometimes I don't realize how much stuff I actually have in front of things.
It looked like a hobby, like okay, it is a pickaxe. My brain automatically went to hobby horse.
I mean, I do want to do an Alice in Wonderland cosplay, and then I would have a hobby horse. And this is
Oh,
Barb.
so is that actual rubber bands and pencils, or?
No. So I painted all of the rubber bands on by hand.
Oh, you
That was
painted
awful.
the. Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that looks literally like it came straight out of the video game.
Thank you.
I
And
imagine it took a
these,
lot of looking up online to get that thing accurate.
yes, it is a yardstick that she has in the game. So this is actually just foam. It's a foam ball that I painted all of the elastic bands on, and then these pencils are baked clay. And Medium Human Help, they did paint the tips on all of my pencils.
That is like literally, it's straight out of. it literally looks straight out of. I mean, I have to
Thank
commend
you.
you guys, and I know it's gonna be a big undertaking when you do Lily Love braids because of her hair and
Yeah,
how some of her hair moves and like bounces up and down and everything.
me and Medium Human Vic have been talking about the different ways to do that, and we're coming up with some concepts right now on how to do this.
Because you also got to like think about like weight because with like the hair, how her
Oh
hair
yeah,
kind
no,
of moves.
we're absolutely going finoodle base for those things because if we did it full yarn, I do yarn locks for my clown,
Hmm.
and they get really heavy.
And then not to mention the prop, can I think it's like Candy or something.
Yeah,
Her little like her little toy puppet thing that she uses to talk.
yes, and if anything is made out of foam, this guy busted on the way back from Pennsylvania because he got really hot and he snapped in half.
Oh shit.
I just repaired him.
Oh geez, that must have took. Uh,
Yeah.
so
Well,
bet
okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say for him, he's literally aside from the skull, which is a Dollar Tree skull, everything else is foam.
Oh geez, and is that like your biggest prop to date?
No, my cage for the jackal is
Oh,
my,
I remember. Yeah, we talked about that. And for those wondering, I'll be putting a link from the previous episode so you can see that one.
and it is real
Uh,
steel.
yeah, I remember you were telling me that. I think you also mentioned that in the Get Into Cosplay for the First Time podcast panel we did, like, I think 2 years ago. Um, so between that and between Barb, which one was the more easier one to make?
Believe it or not, because
Really?
of how tedious Barb was with the elastic bands and the pencils. He was a little bit easier. Uh, he's all foam or air dry foam clay. His entire uh, rod here is air dry foam clay. This is actually baked clay at the end to because when I put them down, this is all foam pieces. It's hollow in here. Hollow in here. It's supposed to look like parts of a mic stand. And then my little skull dude, he again Dollar Tree skull. This was built up by air dry foam clay. This is foam, and his piercings are all baked clay.
Oh man. Again, I now kind of curious how you're gonna go about when you make the hobby horse from the American McGee's Alice game.
I've been looking at detailed pictures and other people's like cosplay builds and everything, which I would never take exactly theirs. It's just kind of a I need to see all the detail kind of
Kind
thing.
of like kind of influence, get a rough idea,
Exactly.
whether it
Like
be
those
that.
things that I might miss because I don't see it in the picture, but that kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah, I mean she's had an immense different weapons. I mean, in the first one she had the dodo croquet mallet one, or
Yeah.
in the second in the sequel she had the
The
pepper
Pepper
Gatling
Pig,
gun.
yeah. The Pepper Pig snout. She had
Yeah.
that. She had the Warple blade
Hmm.
and
Which
the
is the
hobby
most
horse.
iconic. Which is the most yeah. And she also had the teapot cannon.
Yes. I love the teapot cannon because I always hated getting close to certain enemies. So if I could
Hmm.
shoot you from way across the way,
Oh yeah,
I was
no,
using that
like
teapot.
yeah, the hobby horse. I met what. So if you don't mind, I now kind of want to curious about this.
Yeah.
How would you go about making the hobby horse? Because I know you want to at least make it lightweight. Because
Yes.
a petite girl like Alice, well, mind you, she's in Wonderland, so she's like super strong. But in reality, you have to
That
see
thing would weigh a
something much.
ton.
You would have to have
So
something much lighter.
I would probably do the same thing for the build for the base of this. Um, is I do have I lied. It's not all foam. There is a steel rod that I took from um an old like cube bookshelf, one of the ones that has like the little cloth cubes that go in it. Yeah. So I took one of the rods from that, and that's what's in here. I built up on it with foam and air dry foam clay, sanded it down. I'd probably start with that, and then probably like foam board glued together, and then start just carving out the horse head. And then do a thin layer of air dry foam clay. Because if you build up too much foam, even foam, you build up too much of it, it's gonna start getting weighty.
Oh yeah, I mean that seems to be, and imagine Barb also. It's not really like heavy at all because, like you said,
She's heavier than him because of
really.
the pencils.
Really, what ball material did you make for the rubber band ball?
So it's literally just a styrofoam ball, and I painted the bands on a
Oh, how
styrofoam
long
ball.
how long did that take?
A couple hours.
I mean, I imagine like you had to like look it up online too.
I did, but what I didn't realize, and somebody at the last con told me this, and now I'm going to redo her ball. It's not a ball of rubber bands. It's a brain with rubber bands around it.
Okay, I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, they told me that, and if there's somebody who did like when they can look through the layers of stuff.
Oh yeah, here's I don't know. This is from Reddit. Here's what and they wow, they really and they actually used actual wow, that's I mean, shout out to this Reddit user.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end up redoing uh the ball in the center to be more accurate.
Yeah,
But I
I thought it was rubber bands.
that's what I thought too when I looked up the pictures, which is why like I did it the way that I did. But I'm gonna keep both
I
because
mean, yeah, it I mean, doesn't hurt to have. Well, I mean, and like well, like in this picture, I mean, I'll show a bigger picture, like the one that you've done like
it looks like just a rubber band ball. And then if you look up uh like what is Barb made of, it says colored pencils, rubber band ball, and a yardstick.
yeah, like there's I didn't know that was a yardstick either, but it makes sense since she was a teacher.
Yeah. And it's like it's too long to be a ruler. So she kind of went child's play with it and used the yardstick.
Oh God. Oh
Yes, I
man,
just
that's
made that
like
reference.
yeah, Child's Play 2 where the teacher gets just pretty
Yep.
much just living shit whacked out with a yardstick.
Yep.
Oh God, I mean, I
Be
think I've
fair,
seen
that
like
teacher totally deserved it.
oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't Andy's fault though, but yeah, no, locking him. Yes, I'm gonna lock you up in this classroom.
Like, listen,
What?
you were abusing a child. Mhm.
I mean, the only time I'll give Chucky a pass, except for the TV
Yeah, it's
show
like the
too.
one. That's the one I'll give him.
Oh,
One
God damn, but that yeah, that just the whole scene alone,
was insane.
being chased by being chased by Mr. Light, and then the end, she basically her head just
Yeah,
that was pretty
like
grim.
that's one of the very few scenes that I've seen. And as soon as Vic showed it to me, Medium Human showed it to me, I was like, "So she's a weeping angel." And Vic was like, "What? Oh my God, she is."
Kind of, especially since there was multiples of her. I mean, there's like more than just one of her, and you come to
But
find
every
out.
time you turned away is when she moved, and when
Oh
you
yeah,
turned
and
back, she was
oh
stopped.
God, yeah, that's right. Because you do that weird, like I can't. I've seen people somehow be able to do that walk.
I can do the walk, and I can tell you it is not easy. It's very wonky, and if you tilt too hard, you will make yourself topple over,
Oh,
like a bad Jenga set. It's you gotta know how to do that. But no, yeah, with the wonky walk, and as soon as you turn to look at her, she stops. So she's
okay.
essentially a weeping angel.
I mean, true, except you won't. I mean, if you turn her, I mean, if you not
If you
careful,
turn
she
around,
will.
it's not insta death. She'll just move.
Yeah, no. Um. So you just rinsed the. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of what else to ask.
Oh, and for Penny, I do also have her back bling, which I did make functional.
Oh, nice.
That one
S-
was fun. A lot of magnets for that.
Oh, jeez. Now onto wigs. How did you go about making the wig for Miss Delight?
Oh my god, she's actually over there. I don't know. Oh, she's slightly off.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So I'm not gonna lie, the worst part of Miss Delight was getting that swoop curl to stay. That was off. I did like 5 different methods, and there's about 2 cans of hairspray holding that curl at the end of her hair. The rest
Oh,
of it was easy. The rest of it was like super easy to like get it parted, do the bangs, getting that curl.
well, because she's like looks like a teacher from the 50s.
Yeah, like the whole hairstyle was not that bad. Like I could tease it out a bit more, but it looked a little too funny on my head. So I kind of went a little more realistic with it. But the curl at the end was the bane of my existence. Nothing I did was working. And basically just a ton of got to be glued hairspray, some rollers, and a prayer,
Oh
and
yeah.
a steamer.
Do you ever plan on doing her normal version?
I have done her normal version. I actually have a mask that I made that goes over my face that is her that I can turn into her normal smile and then remove it for that horrendousness
Oh
underneath.
God, the just the amount of like detail like underneath that face. Again, props to the dev team
For
for
real.
doing that.
It takes me 2 hours to do that makeup.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it's that is my for all of my makeup. Even Rotten Penny and Mariska don't take me as long as Miss Delight does.
Oh geez.
Miss Delight
Uh,
to date is my longest
for
like makeup
now.
for now. Yeah.
I
Well,
know when it comes I know when it will come to wig, I know again Lily Lovebraid's hair is gonna be for like, doing that for Vic is just gonna be just a long task.
I have survived Miss Delight. I have survived Winifred Sanderson. I think I could do this.
Oh, you did Winifred Standard. Oh, you did Winifred?
I did. And I took a
Oh,
$20 Spirit Halloween wig, which is a reverse mullet in pigtails, and turned that into a screen accurate Winifred
oh,
Sanderson wig.
nice. So another thing I want to go back to is about the traveling.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys, all the cons you almost all you travel to is at least like a good couple hours away. What advice would you want to give someone who wants to travel, whether it be out of state? Because just traveling to your a local con doesn't it's not that bad because you can easily
No.
go to and from.
Yeah.
But like, say if it's like like a trip that's gonna be out of state, what advice would you want to give to someone who wants to travel out of state for a con?
Make a list. When you're packing, make a list. If you don't, you will forget something, and you can forget something major. Like I did a con one time in Indiana, and I forgot my man chest for Kirishima, and that's kind of important.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've seen gender bin versions of Kirishima, but if you're gonna strictly do male version,
Yeah, I mean, I had
uh,
nothing for a top or a wig for a gender bend, so I couldn't even do that. And I can't open bind because, in all honesty, if I'm cosplaying a 17-year-old boy, having my teacher and the villain that put him in traction on either side of my ribs probably isn't a good idea.
I mean, yeah, binding, for whether female cosplayers when they want to cosplay a male character, you
Yeah, I
know.
mean, I wouldn't mind the open binding, but walking around, because Medium Human suggests that, and I was like, I would be Kirishima walking around with Aizawa on one side of my ribs and Shigaraki on the other. That's a little weird. A little weird. I
Fair,
don't know if I could get away with that.
completely understandable. But yeah, no, making a list is honestly a good thing, and also I'm sure you like you and the others were, or, budget for food because let's face it,
Yes,
food at a convention is not
it's
freaking cheap.
expensive. All right, so when it comes to that, if you're traveling out of state, there are hotels that are set up with kitchens. There's quite a few of them. Look into those if you don't want to spend the money on con food. We'll get in the day before and hit up the local like Walmart and grab stuff and stock up, which now we have to find a different place to shop for inexpensive food. But we will stock up and we will have our stuff. Some cons check the rules, will let you bring certain things in as far as like food snack items. Some cons, it's absolutely nothing. So check your ruling on that. If you get a hotel, try and get one close to the venue. It makes it a lot easier if you want to run back, eat, or
Oh,
change.
can confirm on that, especially when you're someone who has to go to has to go to the hotel to do interviews with the special voice actors. Like you don't have time to like, all right, we got 20 minutes or like it's a 5 minute walk, then get it to the room, snack on some chips or whatever, and then we're good till dinner
Yeah.
time.
It's like, yeah, no, you definitely you want to map out how where it is from the convention center, especially stuff like that. If you have young kids with you, like when Tiny Human was younger and he was first doing out of state cons. Um, if you plan on doing cosplay changes, um, if you're a guest in any level of at the con, Rhode Island Comic Con is probably my most fun hotel that we stay at because it's the same one as the actual guests of the con. So we play a heart attack bingo. Like the door is open. Who is going to be on there that you're going to have a stroke?
Oh, yeah, oh, and those hotels. I mean, and I've come to realize those type of hotels are usually booked right away. Whether, because the con has to book them for their guests, and then,
And that's why I book
whatever
it in January.
whatever spots left, people. I mean, the one in Portland I've gone to, and I'll be going back to again this year. They have a specific hotel that they book because it's one of their most expensive, prominent hotels. There's a bar downstairs. I've never seen a hotel with an escal with like 4 or 5 escalators before.
Damn.
And then, my favorite is a game of elevator roulette. Which elevator is going to come open door first, and which floor is it going to go to first?
We love playing that game. I think so far the most fun, and I'm terrified of this year. I'll tell you why in a second. So the most fun we had was me holding the door for Kyle Phillips and Kellen Goff, who are Dinky Kaminari and Overhaul in My Hero Academia. And Kellen is the voice of Glam Rock Freddy, Sun, Moon, and a slew of other characters, as well as he is the dum da dum in the first
Oh yeah,
FNAF movie.
he does Foxy's dun dun, and I think he also
Yes,
did it in the FNAF movie. And I think he also returned
he did. He's
for Freddy,
Toy.
Freddy, I want to say.
What's it? I think he's Toy Bonnie.
Oh no, that was Matt Pat.
Okay, no, then he's one of the animatronics.
I think he was Toy Freddy.
Okay, maybe he was that. Maybe that's the one that he was. I can't remember. I just
Yeah.
remember in the movie theater, we went to see it, and I heard the voice, and I immediately grabbed Medium Human. I was like, "That's Kellen!" I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Matt Pat was Bonnie, and Megan
"Yes,
Fox did so much better voicing this time since she had a
yeah."
much since she had
I
a
would
she had a
never have
much
guessed
she
with
had a
her
much better voice direction than she did in the Mortal Kombat game that she was in
for
like 2
real.
years ago.
I If nobody had told me, I never in a million years would have guessed that was
I mean,
Megan
it's
Fox. She
not
actually,
it's not it's not her first horror movie either because she was in
yep,
Jennifer's
Jennifer's
Body.
body. Yep,
Ugh,
I know. Me and Vic
ugh.
were actually just talking about that last night. Um, so there was that one, and then another one where we rode the elevator with the voice of Jafar from Aladdin. We were kind of like geeking out, and as the elevator opened and we're geeking out, we turn the corner towards our room, and here comes Danny Trejo, and we're like, okay.
Oh man, yeah, it's like it's but you're also professional because you've also yourself have been a cosplay guest at these cons too.
Yes, and this year is even more terrifying because I'm a guest at more of them.
Oh, nice. This actually now that I think about it, because I don't think I've asked this question in a long time. Advice for someone who wants to be a cosplay guest at a con, whether it's just your standard local con or one of these bigger cons.
Have have three things all like ready before they even say yes because they're going to require one of the three things. A panel that you can do. I have four of them. Um, uh, Meetups that you can do. I have a few of those as well. And be prepared to potentially have a signing or a booth. Those are my big because anytime you're going to be a guest, a cosplay guest, you're going to have one or a combination of those three things as a requirement for what you have to do. Not to mention, you do have to be there open to close in cosplay. And sometimes it's like, all right, well, now you have to be at the after party for X amount of time.
Oh
So,
yeah, there is that too. Yeah.
yeah, definitely take those things into consideration. I have a couple panels that I do, I have different meetups that I do. I have particular shots that I have, and I have a friend that I'm going to go to take even more professional photos of ones that I don't have good photos of so that I can
Nice.
do pictures. I have another friend who's making me a design for a banner because the one that I just got announced for, I'm going to have a booth.
Ooh, very, I mean that's now. Do you get and this answer can always different and depending on who you are. Do you ever get compensated to be a guest in any way, or is it
You
just like,
can. You can. 9 times out of 10 in the cosplay guest area, uh, you can ask for things like hotel or travel to be covered. Um, Automatically, you get your tickets covered. That's always a thing.
oh
Like
yeah, yeah, I mean yeah,
two
yeah, you're getting it
passes.
for
Yeah.
free, but like when like
Um,
these cons ask you, hey,
if they
like
ask, if they ask you, you have a better chance of having more compensation. If it's something that you put in for and get selected,
hmm.
it's going to vary. Usually, it's whatever you make at your booth, tips, etc. So it depends on how you got in as a cosplay guest,
It's a
and
gray
it
area when you're signing up compared to when you're
yes,
asked.
exactly.
But
It's
I
a
mean,
far easier to get compensation when you're asked.
oh yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. But do you think in some way if they like, even if they apply and get approved, do you think they should be compensated in some way, shape, or form?
I think that within your application, when is like it always has like a section of what else do you want to add. Um, Kind of draw up something that's very professional way of saying, hey, listen, if I get selected, we should probably sit down and talk about compensation at least for this or this. And if you're, especially if you're not local,
Hmm.
at least asking for travel compensation at the bare minimum and potentially hotel. Because, like, if you're coming in, if they're selecting you and they know you're coming from out of state, I feel like that's like the least you can do for
Oh
that
yeah.
cosplay guest.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially gas, because gas is not cheap, or it's usually
Hotels aren't
food.
cheap.
It's usually
Yes.
food, gas. But no, I agree that if like when they're filling out the thing, have a little like, a little something on the side just in case, because
I have like a whole, like, it's in my notes on my phone, and I just insert con name. So if I have to, like, if I get selected or if I'm submitting to potentially be a guest, I have everything blocked out and I could just copy paste. Totally do that. Once you get like what you're happy with drawn up, put it in your notes, have it on your computer in blocks of what you need, and just make it so that you just insert con name and send.
no, because I'm a firm believer that cosplay guests. I mean, just like I mean, celebrity guests. Their whole thing's paid for, like just
Yeah,
right then and there. The con,
exactly.
the event is having to fork out a lot of money
Yeah,
because there would be those guests that like those triple A, those like A-list actors, or any type of actor, especially if they're well known,
yeah,
or there have been a bunch of recent stuff. It's going to cost more, especially if they're like in a bunch of recent stuff.
exactly. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, not tired,
Like,
brain lacking oxygen. Okay, but no, you're
oh,
right. Like they get far more, and it's like the bare minimum for your cosplay guests because they already put so much time and effort into being in those cosplays.
oh
Like
yeah,
it's not easy. Yeah, Miss Delight takes me 2 hours. Getting into Rotten Penny takes me an hour and a half. Actually, it takes me 2 hours just for the makeup for Miss Delight. It takes me an hour and a half minimum for Rotten Penny. It takes me an hour and a half minimum for Mariska. It takes me an hour minimum for Aizawa. It takes me an hour and a half minimum for Shigaraki. It's like there it's not a small thing to turn into these characters.
oh no,
Even
I wholeheartedly agree, and I again, I'm a firm believer if the con's directly asking you, because I know
there should be compensation
I know,
for
because I've heard some cons where like someone was a cosplay guest, a judge, whatever, and then they're asked, "Hey, can you come back?" I'm a firm believer that you should be asking, especially if that con is directly asking you.
yes, exactly. Like I'm still in talks. I've already been announced for one con. I can't say which con I'm going to be announced for next.
Understandable.
I can say that I'm not just a guest. I'm going to have a panel, a signing, and I'm the MC for their cosplay contest. Pumped.
Nice.
Keep an eye out for that. I
Oh
can't say
no, I
which
definitely
con,
will.
But
But
all of that
but anyone watching or listening could be keep an eye on their Instagram.
for sure. And like that one, we're still in talks for like we're still going back and forth and like figuring out because um while I did apply and all that and I got selected, they know I'm out of state. They know my background and they asked me to be their MC. That one I didn't apply for. That one they came to me and went, "Hey, so that's it's a little more, gives a little
Oh
more."
no, and it's good to have like a list of like, hey, I know you asked me this earlier, like we can work this out. Um, Now on to when it comes to budgeting, especially for convention, because I know there's always stuff that people want to buy at a convention.
Yep.
What kind of advice would you want to do when it comes to budgeting for con merch?
So separate. Look up the prices for the people that you want to meet. Go the high end on the prices and set that aside because you'd rather have too much than too little. Um, have a separate one for Artist Alley. Have a separate one for all other vendors, like the mystery box booths and stuff like that. Have that separate and have an emergency fund because God forbid you budget wrong or like what happened with me and the van didn't start. You want to have that emergency fund. God forbid. I'm actually teaching medium human all of this. It's like you have to plan for travel, your
Oh yeah,
food during your travel.
especially if Vic's gonna go out and go to like these concerts and everything, and
Exactly. They did
concerts aren't cheap, whether it's the
no,
event itself, whether it's
no.
hotel, travel, food, because
They
again,
had to do they successfully planned out, budgeted, and went to their first out of state concert last year. P.S. Out of state without me. They went to straight. I had I made sure that their tracker, like their location was on. They told me when they got to the thing, when they got out, when they got back to the Airbnb. Like I was making sure that they were safe because this was their first one and they're still testing the waters. But they did really well. Like they budgeted the travel, they budgeted the ticket, they budgeted the food during travel, the food there, any items they want to buy, emergency fund, train fare. Like I sat down with them and I even showed them how to figure out gas by the size of the tank, miles per gallon, and how much a gallon is. Like I taught them
oh
everything.
no, it's good to teach your kids these things like these
Yeah,
because schools aren't gonna teach you half this shit.
no. And I was tired. Basically, I taught them because I was tired of meeting human going, "Oh, I want to go to this concert. It's only X amount for the ticket." Bro, but that's not how much it is to go to that concert.
No, that's just to get in the
That's just the
concert.
ticket. Yeah.
That's just the ticket. You're like, no, it's someone who's looking into, flying, who's want to get into flying to events in the, this year and in the future. It's like you got to
God
look up
bless you
like,
and how much you're going to pay for luggage checked. Oh God.
oh no, well, I mean, I do extensive research. I'm at that point where it's like, if I want to go to these other cons, especially cons on the East Coast, like if I want to meet you and the others, I'm gonna be
This way.
like. I'm gonna like, okay, well, let's, because I have a better job now, for one, you know,
Yay.
it's like the one that's like, and I'm sure you can agree with this. If you don't have the money, it is okay to not go to that event. There's always gonna be another event, which I think people
Exactly.
really need to realize. Like, I commend these people who can go to cons like every month of the year. Like, I commend you if you have the budget for that, or
Listen, if I didn't go to certain cons as a content creator, as a cosplay guest, as a content creator guest, like if I wasn't getting passes for some of these like PAX East, that is so expensive. I would never be able to go to PAX East if me and Medium Human were not content creators.
oh yeah,
Like
no,
we're content creator guests. There's no way.
oh yeah,
And
and a
like the
lot
people
of
who can pay
cons.
for these, God bless. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there are cons that do have content creator passes now on their websites. But here's the thing: you can apply, but don't jump the gun. Like, okay, I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
and wait till you get approved first.
And at least PAX is really good. They tell you months in advance. So
No.
you have plenty of time to map out the rest of it. But you're right, don't jump the gun. And that's another thing I'm teaching Medium Human is they really want to go to this festival. that I don't feel certain aspects of it are safe enough for them to attend. They don't understand the logistics of certain things and how scary they actually are. So it's like I get you're going to be sad. It's okay to miss it. I know things suck. I've missed two Slipknot shows in my life, and one of them was the memorial show for Joey Jordison because I didn't have the money. It broke me, but I financially couldn't do it and had to make that decision. And it's okay to make that decision. Is it heartbreaking? Yes. But if you have to do it, it's okay that you had to do it.
Well, yeah, and you can always, I mean, and the thing is, you can always go on, especially with some of these cons. They have you can see like a video of the con, whether it be a cosplayer showcase, whether it be a convention showcase. Be sure to check those out on my YouTube channel. Uh, um,
Or
like
they
there are
have the different panels from guests, like mine's is on YouTube from Too Many Games Con last year, where I
that.
panicked.
Oh yeah, no, like you got the panels, you got the cosplayer
Yeah.
cosplay contest, you got the
Yep.
panels. Like, I mean, not every con does it. More so, like the more mainstream big cons will do it.
Yeah.
But
And it's like,
there's like lately, or you can go look at a con vlog too.
yeah. And yeah, you're not there, you're not dressed up, you're not like running around in cosplay, but you know what? Get into cosplay, watch some videos, and then make some content. You have now
Oh yeah,
exuded the same amount of energy
I mean that's how I
and made
found you.
content.
That's how I found you guys was on TikTok because of your cosplays.
I'm so happy about that actually. But
So
like
like
I'm
yeah,
I'm very happy that people find my cosplays on TikTok.
oh no, I mean, but yeah, no, definitely budget. For whether it be food, travel, the con, the
And
event, because
if you sit there and go, I don't think I have to budget for it.
oh no.
Absolutely.
I made that mistake when we're going up to Portland in 2023. It's like we have the money, we have the time. Okay, crap. I go again in 2025. Okay, we can kind of do this. But now that a better job, I can have the PTO.
We're gonna have to actually see.
I'm slowly financially, getting better financially. It's like, okay, now I can afford to go to Portland twice this year for a con in September and another one in November because I work with the media team. I mean, I still have to apply and I have to pay to get up there,
Yeah,
but it's like I can actually, I'm able to budget better now.
exactly. Like I have um the ones that I'm gonna be a guest at, and it's like the one that I've gotten announced for is Rhode Island Anime, and that one's local. I'm still going to get a hotel, but because I'm local, obviously I'm not gonna be a dick and be like, "Can I get money for my hotel?" Well, like I'm not gonna be a dick about it and be like, well, I kind of want money for my hotel. Like I'm making that choice because I'm local. It would be easier because it is an hour drive back and forth, and because I have to be there open to close and be there for part of the after party, I'm like, it's just gonna be easier for me to get a hotel. So like for that one, I technically don't have to get a hotel, but because I'd made that choice, I had to budget that in. Like you always want to have everything, even if you don't think you're gonna need to budget for it, do it anyways. You'd rather have too much than not enough.
Oh no, I wholeheartedly agree. Like when it comes to the local ones, also, if you're gonna go to a con and say, you have a job and a job that offers PTO, make sure you also have the PTO and make sure you can get approved for that. I mean, most jobs are usually yeah, you get approved. Make sure you have the PTO so that you're not screwing yourself over when you get back, especially,
Yeah, you don't get a
especially if you
short
live
check.
on, especially if you live on your own too, you really got a budget if you live on your own and you want to go do this shit.
Or you have other human beings you're responsible for.
I mean, I know Vic, they're working, so I imagine they're saving their paychecks for,
For the concerts they want to go to because Stray Kids is obnoxiously expensive.
oh,
Which is
Is that a K-pop band?
yes, they
Okay.
are a K-pop band and they are obsessed with them. But the cool thing is because Vic is now paying for their con tickets and like doing concerts, I've actually had a little bit of wiggle money and I'm going to see a couple concerts this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's you're not having to like. I mean, yeah, I'm
Yes.
sure every now and again you'll want to pay for help pay for them to go to an event, but at
Yeah.
the same time that Vic's Vic's getting older, so they're more self-reliant. So now it's
Yeah.
just focusing on you and Tiny Human for events.
Exactly. And like with Vic, they've already mapped out certain things like with what cons offer a free pass for an aid if you're disabled. They'll get that aid pass, and the friend that comes with them as their aid will pay half the pass. Now they have saved half the money
I've
on that expensive pass. So
I,
like
I
they
I've
I've
noticed a lot
taught
of
them
cons.
well.
I noticed a lot of speaking of people with who use ADA. A lot of cons will have, when you're getting your tickets, a lot of cons, you got the main line and you got those who are, the ADA line. And if you
Mhm.
have a aide with you, because I know every now and again you have to use your cane
Or my crutch, yes.
or your crutch or
I commonly get the ADA pass because at any given point I can lose I my equilibrium will just hate me and I will kind of teeter when I'm walking. My knee will give out. My back still hates life. I've
I
lost
mean,
cartilage in that. I might have to have a hip replaced. I loved hearing that. That was recent. So like I always get the ADA because I never know what part of my body is going to decide to stop working at any given point. So it's always good to look up the ADA rules at local cons or whatever you're going to. Fan expos, Boston Fan Expo, Philly Fan Expo, any fan expo offers that aid pass. Like if you have an actual disability, because there are so many people who would try and take advantage of this, you can't. You have to have a legitimate.
I've seen people do that with handicap parking.
Yeah.
I saw
And
this
it's like,
like
please, you're taking it from those of us who genuinely need it. And it's like, I look at it this way: if you want it that badly, take everything that's wrong with me with it, and I will happily park in the back or stand in this line. I will do it
I
with
imagine
bells on.
I imagine you have a handicap parking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people take advantage of that. I've seen a vehicle that I'm just like, I don't know if they had it because I couldn't see, but
Oh, yeah.
they were parked in handicap,
Or
and
they park on the lines in
they had
between the
this like,
handicap.
and they had this like, they were parked in the handicap and had this big lifted truck. It's like, I don't know, I couldn't see if they had a thing in there, but I'm like, you have a big lifted truck, and you're like,
Yeah.
I hope you're able to get out of that.
For there's some days that it's hard and it takes me a minute to get into my minivan. Never mind a lifted truck. There's no way. Like what? How? What? No.
Mm.
But no, I do have a handicap placard. I do have handicap parking. I hate when people park on the lines in between because, like, number one, wheelchair users, those are ambulatory spots. If somebody has
Especially,
somebody in a wheelchair, they need that space. Or somebody like myself who I have serious mobility issues, and it will take me a couple tries just to get into my van. I need that space. If you're parked there and I have to like wiggle into, I'm not getting in my van, or at least I'm not doing it without hurting myself, which I've
oh
done,
yeah, and
sadly.
now you got those vans that have like the wheelchair ramp thing and everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are ambulatory spots. That's
Oh,
what
okay,
they're
gotcha.
called. It's for the handicap vans that the ramp has to come out. And yeah, don't be a dick. Don't park in those lines, or don't park like an a-hole where you're half in the spot and half on those lines. No, those lines are there for a specific
I imagine
reason.
you've had to deal that with conventions too.
Yeah, yeah, yes, I have, and I've dealt. I can't find my ear. I've dealt with them not having any ADA at all. I've actually been told by a convention when I asked about ADA, and like either one of two things will happen. One, I will be put into the VIP line, or two, I will be given a time to come back. That one's hit or miss because
Hmm.
at any given point, my body can be like, yeah, we're Audi 5000 right now. So, or Jareth will hit overstimulation and we gotta go. So, like, that one's usually a 50-50.
Do you
But
still bring the headphones for him too?
Oh, always. I have
Okay, good.
multiple his favorite pair just recently broke. I got to replace them. The
I
ones with
mean,
the skull and crossbones.
he's also getting much bigger too, and his head's getting bigger, so you have to find different pairs.
Oh yeah, no, we got a couple pairs, but the skull and crossbones one still fit him. They were just so old that the plastic
Oh
snapped.
yeah, I mean, with the amount of times if you I imagine he had to wear those because
Oh yeah.
people can get overstimulated, and that's why I'm also a
Yes.
firm believer of the convention exit buddy system. Bring someone with you in case you get
Yes.
overstimulated, you get hungry, you're like, hey, I can't
Absolutely.
be here.
For
Let's go somewhere else.
1,000%. And don't make it somebody who's just going to abandon you. I've had that happen.
Hmm.
Um, like I've dealt with a lot of different things, but this one particular convention, when I asked them about ADA for a line, they were like, "Oh, just sit on the floor." P.S. Concrete floors. I was like, I will then live and die there. There's no way my crippled ass is getting down on a concrete floor and then back up again at all during
No,
this weekend. Like I'm there.
you don't. And here's the thing.
I was mortified. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
I get con staff can be very overwhelmed, especially if they're short-staffed and get little to no training.
Yeah.
I mean, you yourself have volunteered as staff at conventions.
Yeah, I've worked cons as like volunteer or helping running booths, setting up like before I was too bad to do it. I've had my own booths at I've worked basically every. I've been part of almost every aspect of a convention at this point. Go
And
run my own thing.
and you've been doing this close to almost 30 years.
Yep,
That's it's just insane, yeah,
I've
people
seen
don't.
so much.
I mean, yes, I feel bad for con staff
Oh yeah,
if they have no direction at all from the event,
yeah,
and the event's like, oh, you just do whatever. It's like that's not going to help. So now they don't know what to do. So when an attendee comes to them, gets all flustered in their face, like
yeah.
how are they going to respond?
Please,
Are they going to? It can because
that's another thing. Like,
it can go one of two ways. It can either they freak out and just leave. They can easily answer, or it can potentially get physical.
yeah, like if you're going to a con, understand that the majority of the people wearing staff shirts are volunteers. They know about as much information as you do when they first walked in. Have a little grace. I will commonly be like, hey, I have a question, and it's okay if you don't know. Maybe you can point me in the direction of who does.
Oh yeah.
Give those, they are literally not being paid. They're there for the experience. Like, have some grace. Understand that they walked in with as much knowledge as you have at that moment.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, and I will commend this con up in Portland, and like the main area of the con floor, they have an information booth, which I think is the best thing ever. It's this
That
big
is smart.
table with like the big thing that says info booth, and like they helped me answer it's also where I had to go to get a stamp so I can see the 18 plus lip sync.
I've never been to one of those, but now I need to.
Well,
You have
no,
now given me something that I have actually got to
this is the
hear.
coolest thing because it's 18 plus. You have to be 18 or older to see it. There was the 18 plus, or they had like the
Does that mean that I would get to say that one word, an American idiot?
I don't
I'm
know.
allowed.
But anyway, they had the 18 plus. They had another 18 plus thing. And that the line for that one was long. I'm just like, I see that. Like, nope,
I love,
never mind. It was like an 18 plus fashion show, so to speak,
well, that's all like girl outfits from video games. I guarantee it.
and anime too.
Yeah, true, true.
But anyways,
Why? Why is
but
my ultimate armor a bikini? How does this work? I'll
but
never
anyway,
understand that.
but for their 18 plus like fashion show thing, their
Yeah.
18 plus lip sync, you had to go to the info booth, and they would put a stamp, but it was a blacklight stamp. So basically, it's a stamp, and then and then they would have a blacklight to see that you got the
They
stamp.
they pulled Chuck E. Cheese rules. Chuck E. Cheese, when you come in as a group with a child to make sure you're not running away with somebody else's child, will put numbers on yours and the child's hand. And if those numbers don't match, you are not allowed to leave with that child. And it's a
And
black
again,
light.
these were blacklight stamps,
Yeah,
mind you.
they do black light markers at Chuck E. Cheese. That's why I'm saying they did Chuck E. Cheese rules.
I mean, I thought honestly that is
That
one
is smart.
that keeps. You also have to show your ID as well, but it also like you know just so not a whole lot of people don't go in, which I think any 18 plus event at a convention, it's the smartest. I think honestly, showing your ID and having that black light
Yeah,
stamp is the smartest thing because
yeah,
one, that limits how many people could go in for
yeah,
one. That also keeps minors
yes.
getting in.
If you are under 18, one, do not, and I repeat, do not cosplay from media that is not minor friendly. If I see
Has
one
been
more
Hotel, for
minor dressed
example.
as angel dust, I'm going to stop it. No. Inappropriate. You do not understand the types of creeps out there who will take advantage of that, and bad things will happen to you. You might think it's all fun and games until the wrong thing happens. Stay out of adult spaces, please.
No, I know there are people who will also do that whole, well, why are adults cosplaying teenagers? Yeah.
It's very different. Granted, some people sexualize the gross, number one. Number two, you're cosplaying a character that is literally a whore.
I know, and then I mean, I know then some people will like have like under 18 cosplay as Blitzo and everything. Just
Yeah.
don't cos. I mean,
Medium Human cosplays Juliet from Lollipop Chainsaw. And when they told me they wanted to cosplay that, I told them my one rule, not till you're 18.
I mean, if you
They waited.
because this is well, I mean, this is a PG-13 podcast, but anyone who's never
Well,
played
I'm
Lollipop,
sorry for saying that word back there, but
no, I agree. I feel like I mean
it's it's
I
it's like it is not it's not a minor safe character, please.
I mean I may blurt out parts of it, but like this is
That's
and
that's Juliet.
and I know and
Medium Human uses a lot of double-sided tape to make sure that that cosplay doesn't get any more revealing than it is.
oh no, I mean
Like it's
I found out something interesting. James Gunn helped work on this game.
I am not surprised. Not even a little bit.
If you've seen here, have you seen the original 2000 Scooby-Doo live action movie?
Yeah.
There is a deleted scene where it shows
Yeah, I
Velma
know.
dancing
Yep.
on a bench wearing like I could see I saw that as a kid, mind you. I saw that deleted scene when we got that movie on DVD. I'm like as a kid I didn't understand it, but then like I got older, it's like I can see why that was taken out.
Yeah. It's like you look like I look back at some stuff from my childhood and I'm like, who let me watch this? But no, like Juliet is a risque character. Granted, everything is covered, but not by much. Medium Human does that to PAX East. God help them. It is freezing out. This poor child is going to catch pneumonia.
Oh, oh no, this makes sense though about the game. James Gunn wrote the story and script. He did it with collaboration of Japanese game designer Goichi Suda.
That explains so much.
I mean, don't get me wrong, James Gunn is a great filmmaker. I can't wait to see the Supergirl movie, and I can't wait to see the
It just
Clayface
explains
movie.
a lot.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that on TikTok. I'm like, wait, huh? You know what? It makes sense, especially after that one scene in Scooby-Doo. But no, I agree. Like I mean, even as 18-year-old, I feel like you really need to be careful what character you're
Which is
cosplaying.
which is why I cosplayed Mariska. I became their scary dog.
I mean, that whole level itself is just one gigantic acid trip. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. You have
I've seen the gameplay for it.
so for those who have never played without revealing too much, Mariska is a zombie and she's been stitched back together and can dismantle. And you will have those dismantled pieces coming at you. It is and she's a hippie, so yeah, acid
Mhm.
trip. Yeah, she's I love her, honestly. I really do. But I become medium human scary dog when
I
they
mean,
do Juliet because
for
even though
anyone,
they're old
by the way,
enough,
props if you had to wear those boots.
yes, I did. I have
And
boots like that, and I
and
walked around all day in them.
did you make her guitar as well?
Not yet, no, because I literally got asked by Medium Human 4 days prior to PAX. We
Hmm.
barely had time to order another bodysuit, me to paint it and have it dry, and them to get the pants to put the flowers on. Yeah, no, we just barely made it, and I made the headband like last second because I was like, "Oh crap, she has a headband."
That's I mean that's impressive. This also brings me to another question before we get to the last final questions.
Yeah.
Boots, corsets, whether you're male, female, because
Hmm.
we don't discriminate on here.
Yeah.
Advice for corsets and boots, whether it be a male cosplayer or female cosplayer wanted to wear something tight fitting or like long heeled type boots.
Any Keep an outfit change in the car. One, break your footwear in before the convention. And the biggest rule, shoes before corset. Because you ain't going to be able to bend over once you're in that thing.
Shoes before corset. Oh, shoes
Put
first
your
and then
shoes
corset.
on before you put the
The cor
corset on. Because you won't be
I
able to bend.
I take it you've learned from experience.
Yes, I have, and I still forget and have medium human put my boots on. Every time.
I mean, also there's, bandage your foot or
Yep.
wear like some type of like sports socks.
Gel insoles are your best friend.
I have a pair of those for my work shoes at Dr. Scholl's, and they're the best things ever.
Yep.
Because
Either
as
the gel
someone
ones, or I prefer the memory foam,
I
personally.
memory from, but someone who's active leg, it's their right leg. I will like get flare-ups in my legs, or if I'm on my feet for too long and I get home, I'm laying down halfway through the night, my right ankle foot it just doesn't want it, so I'm gonna have to I have to like make sure my cane's nearby so I can get up and like go to the bathroom or get to bed.
And you
I
just
lucky
reminded me, if you plan on doing a lot of walking or you're going to be there for a long period of time, compression socks are your best friend. Honestly, people do not realize how much those can actually help. Like they keep the circulation going in your legs if you're walking on concrete all day or you're walking on like those hard stone floors of convention centers, compression socks. And a banana, by the way. Somebody told me that as a haunter. If you start cramping in your legs, you need potassium. Banana.
no, I've heard that many times over the years,
It works.
and
I've tested it.
that's a good thing. So no, last final questions here. What's it been like just in general cosplaying with Jareth and Vic?
I love it. It's it's very stressful. Um, 9 times out of 10, my cosplays don't get finished, or my pieces get broken or left behind. It's fine because at the end of the day, I get to see my kids meet some of their heroes or some of their favorite characters or hyperfixations. And the best part of this is watching how happy they are and seeing their joy. Like uh, Jareth got to meet Pee Wee Herman before he passed away,
Rest
and
in
Jareth
peace
still to
to
this
Paul
day
Rubens.
loves. He still loves Pee Wee Herman. So him getting to meet Paul Rubin, I forever have a video on my phone that Paul did for Jareth, and he will have that forever. Vic got to meet Tom Holland, Spider-Man, like got to meet that man. They have met the cast of Stranger Things, Eddie from Stranger Things. Lord, they tested my waterproof eyeliner that day. Like I love being able to have those moments with my kids.
Oh, they're good moments, definitely. Now on to my favorite questions, because this is definitely gonna be a long one. What's that one cosplay you want to bring back? It's like one you haven't done in so long that's like, you know what, I want to bring it back.
Actually was just talking to Vic about this because I've lost 82 pounds total
Congratulations, by
now.
the way.
Thank you. I want to bring back Harley Quinn. I've wanted to for years, and I just every time I looked in the mirror, I hated my body. And
What version of Harley are we talking about?
the crushed velvet skin tight suit.
Oh, from the animated series.
Yep.
Such an iconic
I haven't
look.
I haven't done that since shortly after I had Vic when I had actually lost some of my pregnancy weight and felt okay enough to get into it. I'm actually lighter now than before I got pregnant. I'm back to my weight from before I got pregnant with Vic.
I imagine that took some time too, and I imagine it's definitely a great achievement too.
It is. I had some help. I will not lie. It is not something that I'm going to be like, yeah, I dieted and exercise. I can't exercise all that much. My body hates me. I am on a GLP-1. However,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
no, like if you are trying, actively trying, and it's not working, this can help you. I have lost more than what they commonly see because I was working like I was going that extra mile to watch what I ate and to try and gain more movement and exercise what I could. And they're like, no, normally you lose like 45 to 55 pounds. I lost 82 in less than a year. And it's wild. Like I've done the work while being on it to get that extra bit. So I
And
want
I,
to bring back Harley. I
and I
miss
think
Harley.
that's the one thing people need to realize is like, yeah, this medication may help, but also please do your research before taking
Yes,
them.
very much so. One thing that people,
You got to put in the work too. Is the thing.
yeah, it's the same as those who get like gastric bypass. You still have to put in the work.
You have
You
to have
still
that.
have to do what you need to do to make yourself healthy.
Like, yeah,
And
it's gonna
that
help maybe like 20, 30, 40%, but the rest you have
is
to,
you.
and which I imagine you really had you eat like, and I'm sure you even had like your kids help motivate you too.
Yeah, I actually, it's funny because I have a big box behind me that I got myself a trike with a basket. So if I have to like run and pick up a small shopping thing, I want to get out when the weather starts getting good and I want to keep myself active. Like I don't want to be like, "Oh, I lost the weight. Done." No, I'm going to actively make sure I keep it off because it has improved my mobility and it has improved a lot of my mental health. Like I wasn't big before the events happened, but when I sank into a severe depression, I hit my maximum of 219. I had never been that weight. My max, even pregnant, was 181, and I was able to get that off. So at 219, that was a lot of stress on my body. And it was I that's why I didn't cosplay. I was very, very not okay. So to lose that has helped in a lot of different ways. Mobility, mental health. I want to bring back cosplays. I've done new cosplays. It's been great.
I mean, it sounds like it's definitely helped, especially
For sure.
with. I mean, let's face it, cosplay is not a cheap hobby.
No, not at all. Even if like you thrifting, you still have a ton of things you got to do to it if you want it to look like canon. If you don't, if you're just doing inspired looks, number one, those are totally valid. Number two, probably not as costly as those of us who are stupid and like every little detail has to be spot on.
I mean, after seeing like Mr. Light and Mariska and Rotten Penny from Fortnite, like it can
Yeah,
definitely.
I put a lot of work in, but also I yeah, no,
And
a lot of decent.
speaking of nurses, I can easily see you do one of the nurses from Silent Hill.
Funny you say that. I have already started that cosplay.
Ooh, I
I
cannot
just I
wait
just
to.
have to do the head wrap, which I already know how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, no, I've already started that. I
And
have
make sure, hopefully you like have like some breathing holes or something, because I don't know how
not only breathing,
anyone.
it's gonna be a removable front plate, and I'm gonna be able to see.
Ooh, ooh, kind of like how the Power Rangers helmets are, how they have like the
Yes.
clips on the side, you just something like
Yep.
that.
Basically, yeah.
That is pretty clever because I imagine, well, one, you don't have to take the whole thing off just to eat. You can like, okay, let's take it off, let's like eat, and okay, time to put it back on for photo shoots and everything.
Exactly. Exactly. And they do have fabric stiffener, which I already did to the hat, the nurse's hat. So I literally can have it attached to the top of the helmet and I don't have to worry about it sagging or flopping. No, this thing is solid.
Make sure you break in those heels though, those nurses shoes, because like
Yeah, no, I'm And again, I can do that walk because I do it. That's one of the reasons I know how to do that walk is
And
because,
plus, also, you're a haunt actor too.
yes. So, like, yeah, no, I'm going to be breaking in. I only made that mistake once of not breaking in my shoes, and it was my Shigaraki sneakers, and they rubbed my ankles raw.
Ooh,
No.
I've done that with work shoes, like the back of my ankles. Like, why is it? Oh yeah, these shoes are not good for me.
Yeah. Painful life.
Um, now what's that one you probably like recently in the past few years since you've been on here? What's that one cosplay like you did it once? It's like okay, I don't want to do this anymore. It's in the vault. It's we're just keeping it there until I decide. Okay, I want to do it again.
Oh, I hate saying it, Kirishima. I may or may not. I have to bring myself to it. The silicone bodysuit is a sensory no-no, and I didn't know that until I got it. It's so awful.
Which I'm sure another advice. You know, if you're wanting to wear one of those male chests,
Powder,
make sure.
so much powder, and put a tank top on underneath it. You do not realize how much you sweat in that, and it creates a seal at the bottom. And if you move the wrong
I've
way,
seen videos where like you know where people try to where other men or women try because even some men want to wear one of those just for certain cosplays, especially shirtless characters.
oh
I've
yeah,
seen them like try to like remove those things and like get stuck and they have to have like their friends take the rest off and
oh yeah,
next thing you
no,
know their hair's
I've done
all and they're like
I've done it
drenched in
twice.
sweat and they're red in the face.
No, sorry, I've done Kirishima 3 times. One of the times, the bodysuit suctioned to me. That was a living hell. And one of the times, I was sweating so badly, it creates a seal around the bottom of it. And as soon as you move the wrong way and break the seal, literally pours out. By the end of this convention, I look like I peed my pants.
God reminds me of that behind the scenes clip of Evil Dead where Sam's brother was the one woman Deadite and when they're taking off the feet so you could just see just pouring all the foot sweat out.
That's literally what it's like. And so yeah, no, baby powder the hell out of that thing and wear a cooling t-shirt under it, please, for your own sanity.
How do you go about cleaning? Because I know sometimes what people will do is they'll clean it afterwards, or there are some people who like will want to paint it to be like a certain skin tone.
Mine specifically, because you check because different ones have different cleaning like preferences. I can use warm water, baby soap, and a soft cloth. And then I have to pat dry and then let it air dry. I do have a body form that it goes on so that it can air dry and it won't get moldy inside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
pretty
this is
cool.
it's a pretty expensive man chest, so spending $20 on a body form is probably
I
a
mean,
better option.
I have a friend who does Bowsette, and he has the fake boobs.
Yeah,
Like I've seen them like and like even those could be expensive too
yeah.
if you want to cosplay a female character because I've seen some female cosplayers and male cosplayers where you know they don't have the chest size so they'll buy the bigger chests
Oh
to
yeah,
cosplay certain characters.
yeah. I mean, if you want to do that, PS, totally fine. No, like those can be really pricey too, and depending on what you spend on it. Like Medium Human has one, I have one. Mine was more expensive, and you can tell.
Oh yeah, especially with how detailed those fucking things
Yeah,
can
no,
get.
mine's is literally textured and it feels like skin, but the inside of it is like smooth silicone, which is my literal like textural nightmare. And I didn't know that until the first time I put it on, and mm,
Yeah, no, 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 no.
it's very difficult to
I
cosplay Kirishima for that reason.
I believe it. What is your all-time favorite cosplay recently? That's just like it's just any chance you can get to cosplay them, you'll do it.
Rotten Penny. I love cosplaying Rotten Penny. She's a lot of fun, and either that or Legion from Dead by Daylight because I do Susie from that, and
And
she's just adorable.
I forget Legion's just a collective mind, like a hive mind in a sense.
Yeah,
I I've
Susie is the one I she didn't want to be there.
Is she the one with the rabbit mask?
Oh, they all have a form of a rabbit mask. she's like the really adorable one who's just kind of like shy and she has I'm trying to think of one of hers she has the cheerleading outfit. So she has a cheerleading outfit and she's the one member of Legion who got pajamas when they did like the pajama collection.
Hmm.
She's the only one that got pajamas. Her backstory, she didn't actually want to be there. Um she was kind of forced and then like coerced because she had a crush
Oh,
on
there's a
Julie.
comic.
Yeah, she had a crush on Julie, and Julie knew that and used that to convince her to do things like do the bad thing, and that's why the
Um,
entity took her. I feel bad for Susie.
oh, which one is, you can tell me, which one is Susie?
Susie is actually the one right in the front with the pink hair.
Oh,
I know, right?
nice. Now, who's the one that has like the rabbit type mask from? She has like an axe.
Okay, that Huntress, Jesus.
Didn't you cosplay as her as well?
No, I have plans to though. I do the nurse and I do Susie from Legion.
Because when I first saw
I
when I
do have
first
what you might be thinking. I have her mask on my wall.
yeah,
You
that's
can
probably because
partially see it. Yes.
when I first saw Huntress, I thought it was a character from oh God, it's one of my favorite games, Xbox 360 era. I'll think of the name. They go by Rippers.
Yeah, I just think girl.
Give me a minute. Oh, BioShock. I thought she was one of
Oh, oh my
the
God, oh my God, you're right. I completely forgot about them.
I thought she was I thought she was one of those the crazies
Yeah,
from BioShock because of the mask and the
I
axe.
will never unsee that. I completely forgot they did that. They wore those.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's been a while since I played the first game. But yeah, no,
Oh.
that's Huntress. She is obviously because I have her mask back there. She's one of the ones I want to do. But excuse me, I do the nurse in her red outfit with hair because some of them it's just like a big gas mask, and I didn't want to do that. I was like, I won't be able to breathe or see.
Oh,
I I still have to wear a lace mask over my eyes, but I can see better than if it was a gas mask.
oh, so this would be
That's the nurse, yes. So if you look up, if you just add the red outfit, you will find it. And there is one where you can. She has like auburn hair with a
oh
lace mask.
God. Yeah, this is
That's it.
oh wow, that is just
I
reminds
cosplay
me.
her.
Oh, and is wow, that's oh, she even had a Christmas themed one.
She does. I really love that outfit, and I would love to cosplay that, but I don't know if I could make that. I have that skin. I love that one.
Oh, is this oh, this is a cosplay of I don't know who this cosplayer is, but is this like
Yep.
the mask you're talking about?
Yes.
And I
Like that's
can
one of them. That's her bonnet. There is another one that has like a gas mask. It's literally a gas mask because of the era that she lived in. But I
oh,
like the hair with the lace mask. That's another wig
nice.
that took me some time to do. So many curlers.
Oh, I'll bet. Um, let's see here. Now into the final questions. And you already answered one of them, but another one. Any like WTF moments that made you go, did that just actually happen to like I need to get out of here, or just something that just like you just didn't believe it?
If I don't say the answer that I'm about to say, medium human will yell at me. My best WTF did that actually just happen moment is I was hit on by Jason Momoa. Yeah, that happened, and I have two friends who witnessed it. So it's not just me going this. No, I have witnesses to this. I'm not making this. I literally just
Oh no,
want to tell this man.
I believe you. I mean, I've heard stories of like how like from a cosplayer. I mean, it's in the video. You can watch it where they got like hit on by Ron Perlman.
I wasn't even in cosplay. I was just like I was working a booth, and my friend whose booth I was working, and now ex-girlfriend, still love her, and he's like still my friend. Like they watched this happen, and I just wanted to thank him for making a character with the superpowers of SpongeBob cool, because think about it, they have the same superpowers. And I was trying to talk. I almost hit the floor. I was like, well, I forget everything I was gonna say to you,
Oh yeah,
sir.
I'll
Bye.
definitely be I'll definitely cut that out.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing him play as Blanca in the upcoming Street Fighter movie, and also I can't wait to see him as Lobo in the
You know
upcoming
what? I actually
Supergirl.
am really excited about. I've okay. Nobody yell and nobody leave comments. I have never seen anything Jason Momoa has been in,
Understandable, it's fair.
and no, I'm very excited to see him play Lobo because just from what like I've seen of him in person and who he is as a human being, no, he's gonna nail that.
He's a pretty chill dude from what I've seen.
He is. He's like wicked chill. Like he was literally like as we walked up to his booth before this happened, he was just like dancing around and like joking with his handler and like he's just a silly guy. A
No,
really tall, buff, silly guy.
I mean, the guy again, he's a great actor, phenomenal human. Like I follow him on Instagram, and it's like the stuff he does is like
Yeah.
just pretty awesome, you know. You already answered about like some cool stuff. Any other favorite moments from a con that just like to this day is something you'll never forget because it was like the best thing ever?
Trying to think of what I would. Oh, okay. Nope. This was recent. I attend a lot of cons. Obviously, I've made friends with celebrities and stuff. And this past Rhode Island Comic Con, I went up to Neil Newbon. We had met him at Too Many Games a couple of years back, and
He's someone I would love to interview at a con someday.
he's wicked cool. Like I was gonna go up to Neil Newbon, and I brought my friend Kat up, and I let her have her moment. I stepped off to the side. Vic wasn't there because they had a problem with their eye. It kind of got something was going on with, so they skipped the con. And it was just me and Jareth standing there, and Kat is talking to Neil, and like basically was like, "Oh, I'm with my friends," and turned and pointed to me, and he turned. And, where? I was like, "They're homesick." Wait a second. So Neil Newbon remembered us and asked where Vic was, and I'm like, "Well, no, I can."
I
That
like I
Astarian
like
knows us.
I like when celebrities remember people.
He met us once.
No, I
Like,
mean
well, no,
like
Astarian knows us, and we are on a personal level now, apparently, that he asked me when one of my kids are missing. That's
no,
existential crisis.
it's nice when like you can like have moments like that with special guests where like they
Yeah.
remember you or like 'cause at the end of the day they're just like everybody else. Yes, they get to do all
Yeah.
this cool shit, but like at the end of the day, they're just like us.
Yeah. I mean,
They're
I'm friends with plenty of people, like, where I just walk up and, like, Mark Shepard, I bust his Aggies, and I love it because literally Boston Fan Expo next to Jared's booth. I'm in Jared's line, and he's like, What do you do? Get away from my booth!" Like, I was like, "Don't make me come over there." And he's like, "No, you're awesome." Like, I love interactions like that with celebrities, but Astarian, oh my god,
you know, like for example,
I still fangirl even now.
a good buddy of mine. He is he is an artist for like Simpsons Animaniacs. Great guy. He frequents a lot of local cons I've been to. If you ever get to meet him, Dave Warren. Like I said, he was an artist on The Simpsons, Animaniacs, and a bunch of other shows from
That's
back in the day.
that's so awesome.
Really chill dude. Um, now, oh yeah. Have you ever had any cosplay mishaps, like cosplay prop, aside from Penny's axe,
Aside from Penny's pickaxe, yes.
like a cosplay ripped, shattered, just you felt like one of those oh shit moments.
Yes. As soon as you asked, I immediately knew which one. So I entered a craftsmanship contest. As I am in line to showcase my cosplay, walk it onto stage, something broke. It was my
Oh,
wings for Hawks.
oh no.
And I am in line waiting to go up. There's a couple people in front of me. My hand up the back of this jacket, trying to find where it lodged, where it got tangled, why I cannot mechanically pull these wings open. I got it dislodged just as they called my name
Oh
and just as I had
no.
to walk. So I was able to open them. But when I tell you that was the most heart pounding, I might pee my pants moment of my entire cosplay career because I did not know if I was going to get these wings to open or if I was just going to be flying in a circle because only one opened. But I did get it. That was so scary.
I mean, that sounds like a really like oh shit moment.
And then I was molting as I was leaving because feathers were falling off of him.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's in process of being rebuilt.
Oh
And hopefully he
no.
won't molt this time.
Oh, hope not.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, also, what is a dream cosplay of yours? Like, is a character you always wanted to cosplay, just right now it is not in the budget.
It's really funny that you mentioned BioShock, a little sister.
I can see that either that or Big Mama from BioShock, but I know
Yeah.
Big Mama will be a lot more harder because the intricate detail and everything.
Oh, the Big Daddies,
No,
like those.
no. Let me show you Big Mama, or she goes by Big Sister. Give me a minute.
Oh, wait. Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Yes. Okay. No, that one would be a bit more like intricate. But no,
Oh
I
no,
would love.
here's a Big Sister from.
Yes. No, no. I as soon as you said Big Sister, I knew which one you were talking about. Yes. That one would be a lot harder. But I really love the little sisters. I love them, and I
No,
really want a new one.
they're a staple. Anytime, well, when I used to play it, I always try to save them and everything.
Oh my God, Vic has watched me get almost to the end, accidentally pick the wrong choice,
Oh no,
and restart.
you accidentally harvested one of them instead of save. Yeah,
And I restarted the game.
such
They were like,
a.
"Weren't you almost? Didn't you like almost beat it?" Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it's this. I can't remember the name of the game, but the studio who worked on the other BioShock games is making a new game. And allegedly, I think Amazon or Netflix is. I don't know which one it is, but I know there's talks about a BioShock TV show.
That would be really cool as long as they stay away from BioShock 3.
Oh yeah, BioShock. You mean BioShock Infinite?
Yep.
Well, from what I heard, rumors is it's supposed to be like a prequel to the first game, like before the fall of
Okay.
Rapture and everything.
I would love to see that actually, as long as they stay the hell away from Infinite, because that was uncomfortable.
Oh no, I remember seeing the gameplay trailer for that. I've played. That's the only BioShock game I actually ever finished from start to finish.
That
Great,
one
great,
was
great, great.
uncomfortable. Okay, the storyline was,
Oh yeah,
I mean, I get it, but I was like, the very first the very first choice I have to make is what? Oh God,
heads or
it's that
tails.
kind of game. It was
The
interesting.
ending. I've never. I still need to play the DLC for that. Now, two more questions.
Okay.
What kind of impact has cosplay had on you? Not just doing this for so long, but also having both Vic and Jareth involved as well.
Um, I have learned how to build shelving in my house, but also, um,
I
no,
mean, with the shelving you have the
yeah, like I've learned how to build ladder shelves. Number one.
not to
Um,
mention all the hooks you have for all your coffee cups too.
yes, I'm almost to the level of putting them on the ceiling because I'm running out of space again, and I just got rid of some. But I, I, I've learned so many different crafts. Like I didn't know how to build any of this stuff. I just did. And I've learned how to build quite a few things for my kids, how to make it sensory friendly for Tiny Human because he has certain fabrics that he can wear, certain materials that we can use. Um, the biggest one, like his twice suit, we had to redesign the entire thing because all of a sudden one day his original suit was a textural no-no, which I love when that happens. So we had to redesign the whole thing. His Bakugo gear. when he grew 8 inches in 8 months, I had to rebuild that. So like sizing everything that I didn't know how to
I mean
build.
that kid's just gonna get taller. I
I
hate to say it.
know. I know. And with how his voice is, he's gonna
Oh,
have corpse
his voice
husband
just
voice by 18.
his voice just like from like
I
seeing
was gonna
old
say
TikTok,
he's
seeing
still
from old.
awake. I can call him down.
I mean, from like seeing now like how high pitched his voice was from like years ago, seeing the old TikToks, and then seeing his recent TikToks with like did his birthday already pass over and everything?
Yeah, the 18.
I'm just like hearing that I was like there's no way that's the same kid from like years ago.
What? I'm so sorry for your headphones. 2 seconds. Jareth, come here for a moment. Oh, with how his voice dropped, I joke he's gonna be corpse husband by 18.
Oh
Like
God.
his voice, puberty hit him like a Mack truck.
Oh
Oh wait,
yeah.
no. Oh God. That
Yeah.
doesn't sound like what the hell?
Oh no. Oh, he has his puppet. We've gotten him a ventriloquist puppet to help
And
him.
this is also his first appearance too on the channel too, because
Yeah,
last time
so
because he
because he's old enough now, he's 13. Yeah, it's fine.
oh yes.
Hey
His
there.
so
Oh,
he has a backstory for this thing. Yeah, so Jareth, just talk with your regular voice instead of with Frank.
Hey there.
God, his voice definitely got deeper. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
insane.
and he's just slightly taller than me.
I mean, like
Just
I think like the video, I think I saw like where he was like I think it was either
Yeah.
Vic was pushing him or
no,
he
he
was.
he pushes Vic. He can pick me up
Oh, that's
and run away
scary.
with me. Does the same to Vic. It's
Oh, that is
terrifying.
scary.
Oh yeah. I do that all the time.
uh,
So Frank is his accessory to be able to talk to people
I mean
better, and
that
it's
that is
working.
no, that's a good thing.
That's
No,
it.
but I can definitely tell that it's like had a very positive impact on you over the past couple of years, over the years of doing this and bringing the bringing both of them into this.
Easy. Oh yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun, and like I said, the biggest thing is learning how to build things just by eyeing it and going, all right, I think I know what I can do. Like I'm doing Juliet's chainsaw for Vic right now.
Oh, also didn't yeah, Vic didn't have the chainsaw last time, huh?
No, they have Nick. Nick is
Oh
hanging off
yeah,
their belt.
the head,
Yeah, that
yeah.
they constantly forget is there and bash his face off of garbage cans as they
The
walk.
fake.
It's
I
it's
mean,
great to
the
hear
head
that.
get. I mean, that's how
It's
I figure. That's how Kratos cosplayers feel when they have to have the fake Mimir head.
yeah. Like they'll be walking behind me and I'll just hear thum. Did you whack Nick off of something? Maybe.
And it's like, is it like a one of those like
It's a mannequin.
hair mannequin houses? That's what I thought. That's
And I
usually
just
what people.
we oohoo glued a wig onto it and then I put a hook in the top of his head and they wear a belt that he just clips to.
Oh
Hi, Frank. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
He's a skeleton.
Now, last minute advice you want to throw out there to those who are listening or watching this.
Stay safe. Do it for you. If you're gonna cosplay for anybody, cosplay for yourself.
Don't get drunk.
Sure. That was Frank. Frank is an alcoholic skeleton. That is his backstory that
I
Jared has
mean,
given him.
don't get drunk. Also, I hate to say this, as someone who does drink
Yeah.
energy drinks don't count as a source of food. Please stay
No, they
hydrated.
don't. As somebody who frequently lives on 5 hour energy shots during October, it's not food. Eat food. Stay hydrated. Eat something. If you have to, bring a buddy. Yeah, I know. All the time. This is what I deal with.
Oh, but no, that's honestly any last minute advice before you smack a puppet?
Me and Frank are at war. Easy, mama. That one I actually heard. His mouth is pretty solid.
But he
If if you're not having fun, and this is not just cosplay, this is just life in general. If you're not having fun, if you're losing your passion for something, and you realize that you need to change something or remove someone, do it. No amount of time with something, with someone is going to be more important than your mental health. And
Oh, mental
sometimes,
health mental health is important, and I don't
Yeah.
think people really, realize that. Like
No.
like being overstimulated is definitely a
Yeah.
thing.
And you know, a lot of different things can trigger that stuff. And you know what? Remove yourself from the situation. I promise you, no amount of time that you have spent in that situation, no matter how good certain points of it were, is going to be worth you continuing to suffer just for a glimpse of those. That's cosplay, that's acting, that's any hobby you have. It's okay to make adjustments. It's also okay to walk away from it.
I
That happens.
I can no, I 100% agree on that. And at the end of the day, yeah, like I said, I commend people who can do this every year who can constantly go to these cons where they're
Yeah,
and usually a good chunk of the time those who can go to all these cons is because they're getting invited as a guest or they're working an artist booth or something. Like
exactly.
they also
Sorry.
make sure to save the money, which is a
Yeah.
big key. Like if you know you can go, then go. If not, I mean, even if you think you can go, still like, think about it first before you put yourself in
Listen,
financial debt.
I had situations that would, no matter how much I budgeted extra, would still absorb that extra, and it would lead to multiple cons where I didn't eat. Don't do that.
That's not good.
No. Like, don't do that. Um, Absolutely make sure you are taking care of you, and obviously me with like taking care of the kids. Take care of what's most important first, and you are on that list. You have to be on that list because nothing else matters if you're not okay. Eat, stay hydrated, have fun. That's Have fun without hurting anybody. I feel like I need to say that.
Oh yeah,
Weird.
no. And if you're, like I said, if you're Vic's age and you're wanting to go to an event by yourself, make sure,
They have
you
a
know,
friend who's going to go with them. Their location is on. They check in with me when they get to the venue. They check in with me after the show, and they tell me when they're at their Airbnb. Like we do check-ins
I mean,
because
this is
it's
this is
scary.
not this is not a sponsored video, but Life 360 is probably a good thing, is a good app to have. It
I mean,
basically
if
you
you
give me your phone number and you keep track of like it'll show the battery life and where their location's at and how long they've been at said location.
and if you have an iPhone, you can set it up that you press the side button X amount of times. It will call the police and a contact of your choosing.
Really?
Yep,
That's pretty clever and
we have that
smart.
set up on Vic's phone. So God forbid they hit that side button 5 times, cops are being called and I'm being called, and it will keep the screen dark so it doesn't look like the phone is on. This way they can just have the phone looking like nothing's going on, but both me and the police have their location and can hear what's going on. You
That's
can
a
set
good
this
thing.
up on an iPhone.
That is a good and safe thing to have, honestly.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that should do it. Finally, Creepy Mama, or AKA Penny Wife, as it says in your username. Where can people find you on social media so they can stay up to date with your cosplays, your haunts, your cons, and all that fun stuff?
TikTok, Instagram, and when I remember, YouTube.
Oh, you have a Oh, that's right. I think I did find you on YouTube.
I do have a YouTube channel. I usually forget I have the YouTube channel, so uploading is sparse and in between, but that's going to change. I'm going to start
Because
getting
when I
on
was
a
like,
schedule.
when I was trying to look up the video that the first interview we did, like your name, I typed in Creepy Mama and said your name popped up. It's like, oh, I got to give him a follow now.
Yeah, I do have a YouTube. I have to remember I have that bad boy, but I do have one.
And eventually, if Vic is ever up to it, now that they're, as I call it, you have to be 18 or older if you want to be interviewed on here. Now that they're 20, if they ever want to have a cosplayer interview done, they're
Oh,
more
I'm
than
sure
welcome
they
to
would
come on too.
absolutely love that. I would ask them, but they're at work.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can ask them when they, yeah, but no, seriously, thank you again for coming on. Can't wait to
No,
have you
thank you
on
for
for
having me.
the cosplay wig and makeup styling one. But again, thank you
I'm
so much
I'm very
for
excited
coming
about
on.
that.
And I'll be sure to send you a list of all the cosplays we had, so that because this is going to be going up sometime next month. I'll let you know when.
Okay, I should have the majority of them like already ready and handy because I just did most of them at PAX.
Yeah, no, and I have. Let me just save that. And copy, and then I gotta go to that. Just give me a minute. We'll end this soon. All right. Here is a list of all the cosplays. Feel free to send them through Instagram, and I can just save them on there.
I will absolutely do that.
But again, thank you for coming on. As always, I'm Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for watching.